Okay, kiddos, this is part 2, mandatos formales y plural. We are going to be forming commands and giving instructions to a group of 2 or more people using the ustedes form. The ustedes form will be used to talk to a group of 2 or more people. They can be both formal and informal, even though they are labeled formal here, depending on where you are in the world. Okay? Bueno, these types of commands are very, very common when you are hearing and seeing anuncios, commercials. This is also a very common practice to use ustedes commands from your teachers. Every command I ask of you all, ustedes, is going to be formatted this way. Okay, so I need instructions that I say, vayan por favor a Google Classroom, abran el documento que se llama yada yada. Okay, so you have heard a lot of these commands already. Let's just put the rules to them now. We are very lucky that the ustedes, you all, commands follow the same 5 rules that the usted commands do. Same 5 rules with a little tweak. Your first rule is to go to the yo form in the present tense. Step 2, drop the O. Step 3, add the opposite ending. Our opposite endings here for an AR verb are EN, ER, IR verbs end in AN. That N should look familiar. In the present tense, same type of ending for ustedes as your subject. Here, again, they are your direct audience. You're just swapping the endings. For a negative command, add the no before the verb. Rule number 4. And rule number 5, same as before, add exclamation points if necessary. Okay, we can summarize, use our shortcut here. For ustedes commands, the same rules apply. Yo, drop, swap. Yo form in the present tense, drop the O and swap the ending to its opposite. Take a moment here to practice. Ustedes commands using the 4 verbs that are provided. 1 and 3 are negative. Make sure to include the no. Pause the video, do your practice, and then check your responses. Here are your answers. No coman. You guys, you all, don't eat at that restaurant. No coman. Como is the yo form of comer. Drop the O and add the opposite ending for an ER verb, which is an AN. Número 2. Compren. Compren este regalo ahora. Buy this gift now. Comprar, in the yo form in the present tense, compro. Drop the O, swap the ending, compren. You all buy. Número 3. No malgasten. Malgasto, yo form. Drop the O, swap the ending. You all don't waste your money. Número 4. Resistir. Resisto, in the yo form, drop the O and swap your ending for ustedes. You all resist temptation, resist buying this other product, buy ours instead. Resistan. As with the usted category, stem changes are our first irregularity. In the yo form, the verb cerrar in the present tense includes an E to IE stem change. Cierro is the yo form. Cierro, make the change in the stem first, then drop the O and swap the ending. So you start with cierro, drop the O, swap the ending, cierren. You all. Close the door. You all. Close the window. Cierren la puerta. Cierren la ventana. Devolver. Another stem changer. This time, it changes from O to UE. In the yo form, devuelvo. Drop the O and swap the ending. Devuelvan. Return your item the next day. Devuelvan la cosa, el regalo, lo que sea, el próximo día. Jugar and almorzar add an additional challenge. As we saw with usted, Jugar and almorzar are stem changers and spelling changers. Spelling changers we will discuss as irregularity número dos. So you're getting a little bit of a combination here with jugar. Jugar is a UDUE stem changer. It's the only one that exists in Spanish from UDUE. Juego, yo form, drop the O and swap the ending. You also need to apply another irregularity, another spelling change. So the ustedes command, jueguen. We'll get more into those spelling changes that are highlighted in blue here on the next slide. But you've got your stem change underlined here. Almorzar, an ODUE stem changer. Almuerzo in the yo form. Again, another spelling change needs to be applied because it's a czar verb. We will talk about those spelling changes in a minute. But let's take almuerzo, drop the O. We're on the right path. Almuercen, muer, M-U-E, right here in the middle. There's your stem change. Again, we'll talk about the highlighted part in just a second. Irregularity 2, spelling changes based on pronunciation. Same set, car, gar, zar. This time you're simply going to change the ending to include an N. Car changes to ken, gar to gen, zar to sen. Your third irregularity and spelling change has to do with these three categories of verbs that end in GER, GIR. The yo form includes a JO in the present tense. JO, swap, drop the O, swap the ending, will leave you with a JAN at the end. CER verbs and CIR verbs, produzco, traduzco, now include a ZCO at the end in the present tense. So drop the O and swap the ending to make the command. UIR verbs include a YO at the end of the present tense. Influyo, destruyo. Since that's the yo, including the Y, then take the O, drop it, swap the ending. Our last section of irregularities are the 5 irregular verbs that you will see throughout all the types of commands. For the ustedes commands, for you all commands, dar is den, estar estén, ser sean, saber sepan, ir vayan. They should look familiar simply because the usted form is almost identical minus the N. Take a few minutes to practice these examples. Pause the video, do the practice, unpause the video when you're ready to check your responses. This concludes part 2, ustedes commands.